Yeah, there we go. It's like, it's good. Yeah, we're good.
Very good.
We got thumbs up.
Okay, and we're live.
Jesus, they're just throwing us to the wolves.
Down to the wire.
Holy shit. Not So Tender podcast number 28. A brisk January morning.
So early.
It's perfect.
That's true.
I watched one of our podcasts and we recorded it late at night. People don't know that this isn't a set time every week. And it was late and I sounded like I was drunk or on drugs because I was like this. I don't know. I was just like, it's real. Like I was like, what am I doing?
Where's my pep at?
I'm like, oh, I was tired. I was up for 18 hours.
You were not drunk or high.
I was none of those things. I was tired.
Just exhausted.
How was your snowy week?
It was eventful. I had my kids home way more than they should ever be.
2 days?
2 different days.
Yeah, I got 2
and
days.
They didn't have school Friday or Monday. And then they didn't have school Wednesday or
Oh,
Friday.
I forgot. Monday was off too.
Yes, and I work from home.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well,
Did you put them in the chicken coop?
No.
Should have.
Did I tell you that my chickens are not well?
No.
I'm down to one.
Are you well fed?
No.
You didn't eat them?
No.
I didn't know how they lost their lives.
No. Well, so 2 weeks ago, Felicia died.
Literally by Felicia?
By Felicia. Felicia died 2 weeks ago. Gloria died last week. This week, Kathy and Megan died. So now I just got Dorothy.
Jeez.
She's living in my dining room.
No.
Yes, she is.
Just being warm?
Just being, because
You have a chicken in your dining room that's
Yeah.
not in a
no,
rotisserie bag?
No, she's like enclosed in the one
I fucking
corner.
hope so. Jesus.
I think of you when I do things like that.
on just that. Are you serious right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I texted my husband and was like, the lone survivor. And he was like, did you bring her inside? I was like,
That's a question? You don't know if there's a chicken in your fucking house, dude?
No, I sent him a picture of her in our house. And so he was like looking for like clarification of like, is that in fact the dining room that I see in the backyard or in the picture? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, what are you going to do with her? And I'm like, I can't put her back out there.
Why?
Well, first
That's
of
how
all,
you teach a lesson to the other chickens. You let them walk around the dead ones.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, I cannot put her back in the shed with her 2 sister chicken corpses in the shed. Like, that seems so wrong.
They're chickens.
It's cold.
Like
I have to
literally
go- I
when
have to go
someone's,
clean out the shed.
they always say, don't be a bird brain. That's what that's based on.
Nope. I brought her in.
All
I gave her
right.
a bath. Andrew found his brush in the hallway when he came home and he was like, why is my brush in the hallway? And I was like, Ryder grabbed it for me on accident. He was like, did you use it?
To brush a chicken. Does he understand chickens?
I did brush a chicken.
I'm out. Anyways, today, how else was your week besides brushing chicken? Dude, listen, you're opening up Pandora's box here.
She's a silky, so she's like fluffy.
Yeah.
And you won't get it. It's fine.
I do get it. I know about chickens.
I had to brush her out. So
My
I had to
daughter's
get all of her.
obsessed
So, yeah.
with chickens.
So now we have a chicken.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had 2 new clients this week. I had a couple couples sessions that went. They were spicy.
Heavy.
They were spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that the holidays are over, everybody's like, I don't like you.
Well, and it starts to be an issue where when we start meeting, and most of my couples I see weekly, once a week for 53 minutes is not enough time to like make progress sometimes, especially when you've waited too long.
Oh,
like when
okay.
so much shit is brushed under the rug and every Monday at 8:30 we like lift it up and look and we like have to like pick things out. And then I'm like, all right,
yeah.
we'll cover it back up and I'll see you next week.
That's not enough, is it?
No.
Now that I think about it. Yeah,
No.
once a week isn't enough.
No.
If there's some heavy lifting to do.
And sometimes the shit that's under the rug doesn't even matter.
Maybe
It's
they
like,
should
stop
book an
brushing
hour
things
with you and then an hour with me and then an hour with, you know what I mean? And we can even it out. I'll undo all the stuff you did good.
That's true. Don't. You're not
That
allowed
is
to
not
talk
true.
to Tom.
That is not true. I probably agree with a lot of things.
I'm sure you would. No. So busy week, couple intakes, few couples that are kind of going through it. We're also hitting like the seasonal depression lull.
Yeah.
January,
not a
February,
real
March.
thing, but
There's
yeah.
nothing to.
It's not real.
Yes, it is.
I looked it up.
It
It's not real.
is.
No, it's not. It's not as real as people think it is. It's an excuse for people to be dicks.
My case, the people on my caseload are not dicks.
Listen, if you've been told that there's seasonal depression, you just automatically go like this. Oh my God, it's gray outside. I go, then why are you happy at night then? What do you mean? You've never had a nice night when it's dark outside? I just do better when it's sunny. Well, it's dark out, and I've had some really nice times at night. A lot of laughs, a lot of good times.
Did you get sun during the day?
No,
You just stayed inside. all day?
probably.
Well,
Like the guy from the Lord of the Rings.
that's a whole different conversation then.
It's true. I got a quick question before we get to our topic. I had a young man. I have two young men, and I actually confused them with each other, and I weirdly had them the same week.
That happens sometimes.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, are you?
Weren't you the one that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's not my favorite thing to do, but I have to do that sometimes.
they're
too.
both shorter statured
Small
humans.
kings.
Yes. Is that,
That's what they're called.
is that Justin and Mike's like podcast?
Small kings.
Oh no. I love that. That's how I'm going to refer to them always now.
Your small kings.
My small kings. Fuck. So-
Anyway, so you have two small kings.
Stop it. Oh yeah. Go see Napoleon, Justin said. He was talking and he was being really nice, but he was like saying he's on a dating site and he's trying to find a nice girl and blah 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 blah. And he was like, he's very small. Like he's a very petite man.
Like 5'4".
If
If,
yeah,
like, so, okay.
around there,
Yeah.
but and still small.
Yeah.
You know, super nice. You know, hardworking dude. Owns his own house, like normal, like stuff you would like. And he was saying that some of the girls that like hit him up on they're bigger girls, and he was trying to be nice, even saying it to me, and I'm the only person in the room. And I was like, you can say it, you're not attracted to those people. And he's like, yeah, but I feel bad. I go, do you think girls feel bad about saying they won't date you because you're short? Because they don't have any problem saying that. And he goes, some girls just get mad. And they're like, what, because I'm big? And it's like, well, I'm sure short guys say the same thing to them when they, right? But he felt weird about, and I was like, dude, like, I don't know, but you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, dude, like, they're just too big for me. I was like, okay. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I would never purchase or buy or date or anything. And he struggled so hard because he was trying to be a nice guy. It was interesting.
So I have had that conversation, not in my clinical life anytime recently.
On your Tinder.
Not on my Tinder or on my FetLife or my.
What's that?
That's the fetish dating app.
Oh, shit. You
No, I
really
know.
hung out there after you're doing some research.
I did not. I have never been on it. But I have had that conversation in my personal life with friends and family and like people that I know. And like I got in an argument the one time with one of my relatives because they were having the same conversation, but instead of weight, which is a hot button issue, it was about race, which is a additionally big hot button issue.
Whether like drag racers or like IndyCar racers.
No, my one cousin was saying that like he did not find, I want to say maybe it was like, I don't know, Asian, Chinese, something like that. Like
Yeah.
super sweet girl, but he was like, I'm just not
Not
that into
attracted.
her. Yeah. And my other cousin was like, you're racist. And I was like, whoo. That was
Did he say they should all die?
no,
You know.
no. But I brought up the same concept of like you're allowed to have a preference of who you're attracted, who you find naturally, organically attractive, and who you don't. If you were like, I'm never talking to you ever again because you're fat, that would be a mean
I want you
thing
to die
say.
because you're
Yes,
fat.
You should obviously
You shouldn't
walk
be
into
allowed to
traffic.
vote because you're fat.
Right.
That's different. I'm
Yes.
sure the same person that called him a racist wouldn't date somebody who was a huge Trump supporter.
Sure.
Is that fair?
Yes, it's okay.
Well, so what's that mean?
It's okay to have preferences or
Yeah.
things that you are attracted to and things
Why
that
are
you're
you
not
made-
attracted to.
I've had girls get mad at me. I used to work with a lady that was kind of a larger lady,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
like a Viking lady,
Oh, like just
like
a big girl.
like a a big old lady.
Spartans.
And and she's like, you date girls that need to eat a sandwich. You need to date a bigger girl. And I was like, what? Why? Why? Am I allowed to tell you to date a smaller guy? At least when he beats you, it won't be that bad. Probably.
That's
I don't know.
true.
Shit.
See, small kings just flick.
Small kings. They
Stop it.
stop hitting my leg.
Stop it.
Jeez.
They kick
Small
you in the
kings.
shin.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But how people get so offended. It's like, date who you want to date.
Who cares?
And there's things that I'm not attracted to, and I don't have to
No,
why would
same.
I don't have to date them.
No.
That's weird.
No. I don't know that I've ever dated. Never mind. I know that I have never dated somebody who I clicked with in some ways, but felt obligated even though I wasn't attracted to them. That is not something I have ever done, nor would I encourage.
No. Obligated?
Obligated.
What do you mean?
So,
like this, they can't say no.
they can't say no. Or this does come up a lot. They meet online.
Yeah.
And then they meet in person and they're bigger or smaller or taller or shorter or whatever.
Right.
Then not that the person lied, but that they envisioned when you just see a picture this much. Right?
I'm going to need you next to a yardstick. Up and across.
Well, and most people put their height on a lot.
I need medical documents. I need you to be measured like you're going into the NFL. I need to know how fast you can run a 40.
I just need your development.
How fast
chart.
can you run?
Yes.
Can you eyeball measurements?
How long can you hold your breath underwater?
Yeah.
How long
can you hold your breath above water?
That might be applicable.
Yeah. Ask the craziest questions. I need what is it called? A body mass index? Yeah.
BMI. Yep.
Yeah.
What's your BMI? So I did see, I saw, how some podcasts have am I the asshole? And people call in.
No.
No? No. So there are some people that do a special or whatever that people call in or write in. And the point is am I the asshole because this is what I did? And I don't feel like I'm the asshole, but
might be an asshole.
I might be an asshole.
Usually if you have to ask, you're the asshole.
Do you want to know what this one guy called in about?
100%.
He said that he only dates big women. And he was he gave a number it was
4x4, 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. Let's get crazy.
He gave a weight, but I don't necessarily, it was 250 plus, bigger women.
Yeah.
He dates them, woos them, treats them very well.
Yeah.
Until they join him in the gym. They naturally get to the place where they want to eat healthy or they want to go with him or they want to whatever. He then stays with them and keeps it up. Again, buffering with I'm not a dick. I treat them very well.
Okay.
They get skinny.
He leaves them.
He waits until they leave him. So they'll find somebody else. They get their confidence up.
Does he own a gym?
I don't know.
Does he own Jenny Craig? What does this guy gain from this?
He then goes on to say that the entire point, he'll get this woman small and fit and confident, facilitate something that they break up, and then go on to the next really big woman. Projects.
No.
And he said, am I the asshole for trying with the goal of getting these girls skinny, or am I doing God's work? He's they feel better about themselves.
Please call 234.
I know. Where are you, dude? I want to talk to you.
5949. Oof. Yeah, that's fuckery. It is.
It's mean.
What if you would? Oh, Justin wants us to talk about that. Yeah, so I think that's kind of fuckery.
I feel yeah,
I not to be a dick, that guy should have the best fitness show in the world if he's taking a girl 250 plus and getting her skinny and fit.
Yeah.
Not to be an asshole.
And confident and feeling good about herself.
That is next level shit. Dude, you should literally run our country.
That's true.
You're the baddest motherfucker ever. So you are doing God's work.
But I think his point, he said something about the fact they don't voluntarily go to the gym.
Wait, whoa. What do you mean?
If he just had a gym, those women don't get an eye twitch.
No, I'm asking, is he making them go?
No, he's
inspiring
loving
them.
Yeah, he's loving them and modeling for them and encouraging them while building up their confidence and whatever to like coax them into the gym to be healthier versions of themselves.
I feel like he's not telling the whole truth.
I know. That's why I'm like, call us. I
I
want to
feel like
find
that
him.
guy. So there's a website that we're not allowed to talk about, and Justin sent me a thing that a guy is suing 27 girls off of this website for defamation of character.
Did I tell you? I think I did. There was a big blow up. So
Oh,
the group that I am part of that shall not be named,
mm-hmm.
one of the guys that was discussed on that site started his own group and creeped on the internet and posted a spreadsheet on his group with these women, all of the members of this group,
He broke down what they were doing.
broke down name, address, place of work, employer,
Oh.
email address, phone number, anything that he could get off of the internet and put it on his site.
How'd they respond?
They did not respond well.
But they've been doing that to boys for a while.
No, we don't. They don't put like their personal information.
They don't?
No.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, no.
I'm not on this site, ladies.
No. So
Any
I mean,
capacity, I'm not. I'm on it vicariously
Sure.
through her.
so they'll post your like Tinder profile picture where it says Thomas,
I don't have.
32,
Very kind.
Akron, Ohio.
Thank you.
Like,
Jeez.
but that that would just be like on there.
Albuquerque? Is that what you said?
Albuquerque, yeah. That would just be on there.
Okay.
But that's what's on your thing anyway.
Yeah. But this
That-
guy went savage.
That guy looked up these women's looked up their
All of them?
Facebook.
Or the ones that were being shitty.
No, all of them.
He don't give a shit.
47,000 of them. Like he was working on it,
This guy should get
Plugging all of
together
them.
with the other guy.
no doubt. Well, 47,000
We will have no national
women,
debt.
Right.
None.
47,000 women reported his profile and it got shut down. But this new guy, he's mad because what did the website say that like multiple women
I
put negative information about him or something? So now he's
Yeah.
going for what?
defamation of character.
Defamation of character.
Well, you shouldn't.
Don't be a douchebag on dating sites.
Well, not just that. I don't think people should talk about guys. They should just go, "Hey, he's not a good guy."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could say they're not a good guy. I didn't have a good experience with them, but just because he didn't pick you doesn't make him a horrible piece of shit.
No,
Just
and-
because he's dating
yeah.
multiple people doesn't make him a horrible piece of shit.
No, and I have definitely seen, and some of the women on that site they don't just co-sign the other people's bullshit. Like they will call
They'll
each
check
other
'em.
out. Yeah.
Good.
And be like, hey, just because, like, don't be a pick me girl. Like
Yeah.
just because he didn't
Do you say
go out with
pygmy?
pick me. Pick me.
Pygmy girl. They're like
A
shoving
pygmy girl.
bones
Don't be
through their
a
nose.
pygmy girl. And small kings.
Small king. Pygmy girl should date small
They
kings.
should. They should. No, but the website was intended, as I've said before, for like I have a
Safety.
client who has gone out with a couple guys, and the guys have been thankfully not like aggressive, but uncomfortable enough for her
Yeah.
that she does not post. She's not part of that group, but she's like, I feel like that would have been helpful information potentially.
Yeah.
But she's like, I don't know that I would post and say, hey, this guy was awkward. I should have posted ahead of time and said, hey, any red flags when you guys went out? There's a difference between answering somebody's
Yeah.
question and blasting them
Yeah, 100%.
ahead of time.
And nothing really happens to the guys you guys do blast. Not to be a dick.
No, people
nothing
go out with
happens to
them
those guys. Nothing happens to
No,
those
yeah,
guys
they just
at
go anyway.
all. No one cares.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, she's just a jealous bitch," or because you guys
Absolutely.
don't support each other enough to actually believe each other.
No,
If you see
there's a
what you
couple
want,
times-
you know what I mean. If you
Yeah.
see something you want, you don't care. You ignore.
Oh my God.
all
And
of
girls
that.
love to be the special one.
Oh, he's not going to do that to me.
He hasn't done that to me. No, he treats me better than that. Or
Right.
they'll pick it apart. Well, you said he did this and this, and he's only done this. He hasn't done that, so he must love me more.
Well, we kind of know you girls do this shit too, so we hate to break this to you guys. We just don't talk about it. You know.
Yeah.
Every guy I know that's talked about that, and I'm like, yeah, that's what girls do too, and they're like, yeah, we just don't. We don't talk about it.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's why
You don't
girls don't
compare
trust
notes?
other girls.
No.
Well, it's not because you guys are just make such good cookies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't trust her. Her house is too clean. No, you don't trust it because you know what your friends have done. You know your friends have gotten picked up at their dude's house and dropped off at another dude's house.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's funny
Absolutely,
how you guys
yes.
stand on it's like politics. like, this country's doing horrible things to these people. I'm like, yeah, you know that because you do those same things.
Well, yeah, I have had conversations with clients, with friends, personal, professional, that I'm like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I am
You do know
in my
about me.
later 30s. I've done some really fucked up shit in my past.
Yeah. Ditto.
I'm not proud of it, but I did it and I would stand behind it at this point.
I mean, what's it
like,
even mean to be anything other than learn from it and try not to do it
yeah.
again?
So that's why, like, when people do things that are shitty, I'm like, I mean,
It's human.
I've done something in the same pool. You know what I mean? Like,
The parts want what the parts want,
that's all they want.
you know? Well, going on that, we're going to get to our subject today.
Dum, dum, dum.
So this comes up a lot in my practice. I know it comes up a lot
Same.
in your practice.
Same.
So,
Shall we reveal?
and I've been all over this in my life. There's moments where I've been able to think I could justify it. And then there's moments where I kind of, and now I feel like I understand it more than I've ever understood it.
Same.
Because I see things more now for what they are. And it involved a lot of different things in my life of why I justified it before. A, I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
B, I was a super people pleaser for many reasons. And once I got away from that and started really looking of how inappropriate people can be,
Yeah.
now I will not tolerate it.
Yeah.
And it's sucky that I just learned how to do this because I probably could have saved a lot of really amazing things in my life.
Yeah.
But better late than never. It is what it is. What is the subject, Kelly?
Ground rules for opposite sex friendships.
So should you be allowed to have a friend that's of the opposite sex?
Can men and women really just be friends?
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
It's a big-
This comes up constantly.
Constantly.
Personal life,
Yeah.
clinical life,
Work life.
work. My friends go through the same things. My siblings go through the same. Like, this is all over.
For something that's so all over, we barely talk about it in a constructive way.
Yeah, that's fair.
We only talk about it when it's crippling,
Oh, and now once it's a problem,
more than a problem.
right?
Like causing the end.
Yeah.
So let's hear what some of this says.
Well, so I like the website that you found because it says it's
Should we get a shout out to them?
from both partners' views. LambertCouplesTherapy.com.
There you go, LambertCouplesTherapy.com. Thanks for giving us something to talk about today.
I like it.
I had some
So-
other suggestions of what to talk about today, and they weren't really appropriate, but thank you for your suggestions.
Listen, if you ask people questions, they're just going to give you answers as to where they're at. That's all they
Man,
got. They just.
I
all they
showed
got.
Kelly a couple of them. She was like this.
It's not super helpful. Not super helpful, guys.
Not helping. All right.
They might be a good guest.
Yeah.
That's a guest
Yeah.
offer, not a topic.
100%.
offer.
I want to hear it out of their mouth, not mine.
Yes, please. Please come on the show.
Yeah.
Or call in.
All right.
All right. So both partners. So the first couple, this one's shorter, but for the partner with the friendship.
So, like you have a friend who's a
Yes.
dude.
And I have a male partner, or like a male partner, but also a male friend.
Yeah. Say we're dating and you have a friend who's a dude. This is from
Yes.
your perspective.
Yes.
Let's
the one
hear
that
it.
has the friend who has to, like, I suppose, like, advocate.
What you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Number one, this is the one, this is where it all goes wrong, just so we're clear.
We're just right off the rip.
Right off rip. Discuss the strictly platonic nature of your friendship with your friend.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Well, it does. I tell Justin and Mike all the time, this isn't going any further than this. Small kings.
Well, it says just because you don't have any interest doesn't mean that they don't.
Yes.
And so I have used this, like my saying, have you ever heard that, like, the chain is only as strong as the weakest link?
Yeah.
I use the opposite about friendships or relationships. Your relationship is as strong as the person with the strongest feelings. So just because I don't have any romantic feeling towards you,
Doesn't
if
mean
you
you're
do me,
Yeah.
that's where our relationship, like,
Well,
that's
your friend could cause some serious chaos
Yes.
in your fucking life.
yes. So
Yeah. And
whoever
it
has the stronger feelings
wins.
that's where your friendship is.
Yeah.
You don't have any control. And I think what usually the issue is, I've had this conversation and I'm like, listen, if she has feelings for you, then like this could be an issue. And they're like, well, I don't have feelings for her. I don't know that that matters.
Yeah. If you don't want to rape somebody, but they want to rape you, it could get real weird.
It was so dramatic.
I'm just saying, let's just put it in terms you might understand. You might not want to kill them, but if they want to kill you, would you think that there's a problem then?
Correct.
Listen, I was that guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm
sure.
autistic as shit to tism. I'm oblivious to a lot of
You're
shit.
like, no, we're just friends.
Not even that. I don't care. I literally
It's
don't
not-
give a fuck
It doesn't get a heartbeat at all.
at all.
Not even a pause.
Won't even like.
because you have your view and then,
Now?
yeah, you're like,
Listen, working through that in the last year, oh my God, I can see how people are so fucking inappropriate, and it
All
literally
of the
makes me
time.
so uncomfortable now.
Sure,
It's gross.
sure.
Ugh.
Well,
There's a reason why old dudes
I
and
have-
old women just stay to themselves.
yes, and a younger me,
They have one other couple they swap with. That's
it. They just
Yeah.
jump hump and
Jump hump. They're small
they're
kings.
soaking.
Do you think
with
a
the
small king
kings.
would better at jump humping or a big guy?
I'm thinking small king. They'd have more control.
Two of them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
on a waterbed.
Mike is right. Mike said small kings rule the planet.
No, I've been in this situation just like you were too, because I did have a friend who I knew was very interested sexually, like intimacy wise.
Yeah.
I knew that they would. I made it very clear that I didn't have any goal to do that. And I was like, it's totally fine. He respects my boundaries. He put it out there. I was like, hard pass.
Yeah.
But can you call me tomorrow? Because I have a long drive. Like it,
Oof.
because I was like, it's not.
Yeah, looking back, you might have.
Looking back, I'm like, listen, he
It seemed like a good idea.
he was so respectful outwardly, like
Yeah.
absolutely, totally get it. But about every 6-8 months,
He'd put a landmine down.
he would offer again. He would inquire.
That's not really respecting your boundaries.
No, it isn't. Because then I would be like, thanks for asking.
Right. Is this a checkup?
No, right. But then it took me a long time to realize that our relationship was never going to be what I wished it was. Because in the back of his mind, it was always like,
He's trying to put things inside you.
yes, he
Let's
wants
just
to
call it
touch
what
me
it
where
is.
I pee.
Yeah, let's call it what it is.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, because we're such headstrong fucking assholes sometimes, we do think we can it doesn't matter. We can overpower it. We can
Yeah, we can just check
will
him.
it. We can will it.
Yeah. We'll just,
doesn't
we just,
work.
We just check him and say like, no, we're going to be friends. And like, if you have feelings
Yeah.
for me, like knock it off.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Oh, but I would argue, like I said, number one, this is where people fall short. Because if you are trying to have a healthy friendship while in a healthy romantic relationship, this conversation is outside of most people's comfort zone.
Dude.
Can you imagine calling up a girl and being like, hey, I'm dating this girl and I know we've been friends for a while, but I just need to do a check-in and make sure, like, I don't feel that way about you. You don't feel that way about me, right?
Right. Some people are obvious, like literally oblivious to what's going on.
Yes.
Listen, I was with an oracle. She could see things a mile away. I mean, serious. Like,
I know.
and dude, it's
I just saw like
right, and it sucks for
Lord
me
of the Rings in
because
my
I
head.
know it sucks with everything's.
she's a lot prettier than that.
Yeah, but it sucks because I didn't see it, and then she'd bring it up to me, and I'm like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Like, that's not like. I heard blah blah blah's car has an alternator. Blah blah. Blah. That would be like you telling me that. I'm like, why the fuck do I care about their alternator? Do they need me to fix it?
Right.
So, but now seeing it, I will say this, man, you have to be careful with that shit. Listen, I have friends that are women, but there is no lines being crossed. There is no nothing. And I could tell the difference between the women that respect me and like kind of cheerlead for my relationship and happy
Yes.
that I'm happy. Because if somebody sees me happy, because I'm just a weirdo, sad boy.
It's so rare. Right.
It is.
And they're
or
like-
that if I'm outwardly happy, like
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Right. You even said it. You're like,
Yes.
what is going on with
Woo!
you?
You
right.
need to catch me up.
Right. So I do see it more now. And I've been on I've dated women who didn't give a fuck who I talked to. They didn't care if I was inappropriate talking to them. They didn't give two fucks.
Yeah.
But that was just their like demeanor. And when you've had somebody like that, you kind of get used to just operating how you operate.
Right.
Then you meet somebody that you fall for that is like, that shit is not happening. And then you're like this. It's a struggle. Because you're like, are they taking part of me? Once I understood that.
Why don't they trust me?
Right. And then I understood this. No, it's not needed in my life. Those people, I don't break bread with them.
No, they're your friends, and they're good friends.
And they might just
but,
be
like,
acquaintances.
Sure.
I don't
and, like,
need it.
Do they need to stay just because they don't break your boundaries?
Nope.
Why can't they cheer for you from afar?
I'm done trying to prove a point.
Yes.
You know. All right, next one.
This one I think is interesting.
Uh-oh.
I know what your feelings are going to be, but like I just want to play it. So 2, avoid excessive physical contact with your friend.
No shit. What are we talking about? Back rubs?
It says this might be minor, but do you kiss them on the cheek, on the lips? Do you give each other hugs? Do you flirt with them? What kind of physical interactions can indicate jealousy or initiate jealousy in your friend? I don't understand in what world any woman should touch my husband. Like that's probably
Jesus.
but like that's where I am like
Kelly's pulling out her knife.
if you haven't seen him in a while,
How close of a friend?
a work friend, why are you touching her? You see her every day. Why is she touching you?
That's why he's touching her.
But like, wait, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
If you go to your high school reunion and you see a good friend that you haven't seen in
They're gonna
20
hug each
years,
other.
obviously they're going to hug each other.
And that's a different social setting.
right. But your good personal friend, but I guess
Listen,
I'm not
if we're
a
out
touchy-feely
somewhere and we're
person.
leaving, people like to hug when you leave.
Sure.
And some people like to hug some people are just huggers. I have a couple of friends that I'd probably hug when we were leaving doing something and we haven't seen each other in a while. It's a hug. I kind of just follow the room. But I will say this. I had an instance where somebody put their hands on me and they're just a touchy-feely person. And it made my person so fucking not even, it was horrible.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there like this and I could feel her.
Her eyeballs.
Yeah, and I immediately kind of moved over. And then, this is in the infancy of our relationship, so I didn't know exactly how to handle that, and she didn't know exactly how to handle it. And it got out of hand, to be honest with you, later that evening.
Right.
And I learned from that lesson right there. I was like, nope, I will not let somebody else, linger. You can hug me.
Sure. Embrace
You
me.
will not hold my arm.
and
you will not. Nope.
lean on
I will move
me
now. I move literally. And some people go, well, that's ridiculous, Thomas. I don't really like people touching me that I don't need to touch me anyways.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't prefer it. I don't set myself up for it. But now, nope.
Nope.
No.
When I think this comes down to, I get fired at because I don't like to be touched.
I'll turn into
I
a
am
possum.
not. I'm not a touchy-feely person. My husband and I have a friend couple.
Yeah.
Where she is very touchy-feely, but she was touchy-feely to me also.
Yeah.
Hanging on me and laughing. And if she's drinking, it gets even worse. And I didn't want to really
You
hang
should
out
sit
that
her on
much
your lap.
anymore. Just come here, babe. Just sit on me and I'll play with your hair.
Dude.
No. No.
Look
No.
on your face. I wish people could really feel that. I felt that.
I'm just not that way. So when we started hanging out, I started moving because I'm like, I don't really want you to be hanging on me.
Yeah.
Well, then I expressed, Andrew noticed, and he's like, are you good? And I'm like, she just keeps touching me. Love her to death, but stop fucking touching me.
They can't.
Then she pivots to him.
Did that bother you worse?
Yeah,
Or was that your
worse.
sacrificial lamb? You're like,
Touch him.
touch, please.
No, but I
That's a weird. I'm sure the days change. Some days you're like,
Take him.
just get him to fuck away, please,
Play with his hair, please.
please.
No, but I just was like, so you have to be at
So it wasn't personal. She just has to do
No.
it.
Yeah, you just, but your husband is behind you.
Oh, her dude was right next to her.
Hang on him.
Yeah, and I didn't realize because again, I was like, don't tell me what to do. Who
Right,
from past,
Sure.
But then I was like this. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. She does touch you a lot, huh?
And
They
not
like
just that, it made my mate super uncomfortable, and
Right.
that's the the most important thing right now.
Yes.
You know,
So, yeah, this
or
one
at
is
least
just-
worth talking about and figuring out why and things like that. I
Some-
learned a lot.
Some people are very
little late.
touchy-feely. So that's why like just number 2 is just kind of like a
Yeah.
no-brainer to me. But because I am not touchy-feely with
people
anybody
don't
other
care.
than my mate,
Some people don't care.
probably why it's a bigger button for me. That I'm like, that's the only person I touch, so don't touch him. You're getting your germs on. Don't touch him.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3.
How many people do you think are touchy? Not the majority.
I have met more. My husband's family is very touchy. Like they are
but that's
huggers.
not. That's
they are
their family.
I know.
Okay, that's different. Friends and family are different.
I have one friend that's very touchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is very like snuggly and like she'll play with my hair and she like if we're watching a
What's
movie,
going on over there?
she wants to like lay on me.
I just imagine your house is just like a chicken running around and a bunch of little monkeys picking at each other's hair.
She was very lovey. But yeah, that's it. That's
But
a
you
different.
didn't mind that. You must have liked her more.
I did like her more. She
That's
was
really what
she
it
was
comes
one
down
of my
to.
like
We'll tolerate stuff we like more from certain
inner
people.
circle people.
Yeah.
Inner circle people
Yeah.
that I see once a year because she lives out of state.
Yeah, you don't mind.
No,
And you're probably
I'm
drinking.
like, oh, come here, right? We're snuggling, drinking wine, watching
Yeah,
a chick
it's getting,
flick,
it's getting
playing with
borderline
each other's
gay.
hair.
I gotcha. If guys are
It's
doing
not
that,
because I had,
super gay.
It's not because I had the discussion of like we're just friends, right?
Not so much. Friends till you say yes.
No. Which I do think is interesting because this is opposite sex.
Yeah.
But what about people?
Let's
who-
not complicate it too
okay,
much.
all
Listen,
right,
we
all
can
right,
apply
all right.
this across the board. Okay.
Number 3 is a big one I see clinically. So it says refrain from sharing personal primary relationship issues with your
Oh.
friend.
100%. 100%. You're fucking up.
If
You are
go,
fucking
listen,
up.
we actually, full transparency, we had an argument about this the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Because
can't
he
do
said,
that.
he was like, I was talking to so and so, and they gave me some really good advice. And I was like, fuck you. You talk to who about what?
Yeah.
Don't put my name out there
Listen,
like that.
if you've been friends with this lady and you grew up with this lady and if you're a dude
She's
and
like
you,
your sister.
or it's your sister-in-law or somebody that you really, like somebody, but like a coworker or a girl that you'd barely know.
And you're now putting our
Listen.
business out there.
Oof.
And
If
again,
girls do it, girls fucking do it,
they
man.
sure do.
It's one thing if they would say, hey, am I fucking up? You know what I mean?
Am I the asshole?
Because you're a woman and I understand it, but
Yeah.
even that's a fine fucking line.
Well, you always get opinions that you maybe don't want.
Are they going to set the
They-
agenda?
They plant seeds
100%.
that you don't need.
Yeah. I like when people are like, everything's great. It could be falling apart.
Yeah, I'm
Everything's
fine.
great.
We're good.
Yep.
Lie to people. I would rather you lie to people and come home and talk to me about
Fake it
it.
till you make it.
My personality, though, I don't put my business out there. So the people that I share with is inner circle. There's like 3.
Yeah.
My husband bought me a sign the other day that says, I love my Frenchies, and maybe 3 people.
Yeah.
Like,
Fact.
Facts. It's next to my bed.
Fact.
So it felt more like betrayal to me, additionally, of like, you told that girl what?
It doesn't help.
About me?
Doesn't help.
That is not your
Especially
business
if
to
your
share.
fucking radar's already
Yes, that
fucking
is
going off.
not yours to share.
hell no, dude.
But this is talking about relationships. You are giving them, you're cracking the
All the
door.
ammo. You're
Cracking
giving
the
them
door.
all the information.
Because the next time you see them, they're going to be like,
How's it going?
is she still going through your phone, Thomas?
Yeah.
Is she still not going to your shows?
Yeah. I've
Is she
never
still
had
not
one do
cooking
that.
dinner? But you know what I mean? Like,
That's the last thing
because
they
as
do.
soon as you
Yeah.
tell them something, they're
Yeah.
going to follow up.
I don't share shit like that with other. No.
That is sketchy business. And every single couple that I have on my caseload,
Has some shit like that.
that's the pivotal, like, that's the
Ooh,
pivot.
That's the betrayal.
That is the pivot. When you advocate that this person is my friend, we're on the same page, they feel about me the exact same way I feel about them. I've never slept with them. I've never touched
Right.
them. They respect my relationship. They're in a relationship. All of those things are totally fine
Yeah.
until she calls him crying because you were mean to her.
Oof.
Done.
Oof.
Done. because he's going to comfort you. She's going to comfort you.
Oh,
You
she's gonna
deserve
advocate
better.
for you.
You deserve better.
More than likely
I
we
can't believe
don't.
that she should say. I can't believe she said that to you. I can't believe
I would
he
kill
said that
for
to
that.
you.
I would kill for that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, she's so lucky. She doesn't realize how lucky
No,
she is.
I don't do that shit. Listen, anybody can tolerate my fucking crazy ass.
Nope.
Listen, they
People don't.
deserve a Purple Heart, a fucking Medal of Honor, literally
Nobel Peace Prize.
Peace Prize. Fuck, dude. I am like a Rubik's Cube full of fucking bombs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like no.
Mm-hmm.
And not in a negative way. I'm not
I know.
talking ill of myself, but I'm saying I'm complicated in a different way.
If they're committed to you and you're committed to them, if it is at a place where it's unhealthy enough or stressful enough that you are going out to try to get advice,
Yeah, you're fine.
y'all should be coming to me. Like that is how that should work.
You can have conversations like normal conversations.
Sure.
Like if they're talking about something like my work, if somebody's talking about something, I'm like, yeah, I've dealt with something similar because it becomes like this common. They feel more comfortable and we're just talking. But when I'm like, listen to this shit, this is ridiculous. I don't even do that to my buddies that much because my buddy recently, he goes, hey man, you cool? I haven't talked to you. I haven't checked in on you in a couple of days about me. I've talked to you, but I didn't bring it up. I said, I appreciate that because you can read the room. You can tell that and I go, I don't want to talk about it every time I talk to you because I don't want you to dread talking to me.
Yes. Sometimes it's exhausting. Some
is.
people, I don't want to ask that friend that question because I'm like, I only got 15 minutes. Girl.
I only got 7 hours. That we can't wrap it up in 7 hours.
I am on the road for 3.5 hours driving to
Let's go.
Indiana. No, those are the times that I like avoid that
Oh, you do?
conversation because I'm like, I can't listen to this for 3.5 hours.
Right. It's like
If
a
I got
podcast in real life.
45 minutes, maybe I'll ask.
Yeah. Just say, hey, I got to go.
The next one I'm going to skip this next one because this other one goes
skip
hand
that.
in hand. It says, share with your friend how in love you are with your partner.
Yeah, that's
Make sure
huge.
that your friend understands the depth of your primary relationship.
My friends knew. And any girl I knew that was my friend, she knew, man. She was like, hey, man, that's
She's
sweet.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was dope.
I do like this website and how it calls it the primary relationship.
Yeah.
Not the only.
Let's
Not
not-
necessarily the romantic.
Let's
but
not
like
put too much
the-
on people right now, Kelly.
Yeah.
They can't fathom that.
the primary relationship. So it's saying don't share the negative things
Yeah.
with them. Make sure that they know. Let me see. Oh, so this also says refrain from sharing personal primary relationship issues or your own problems. Then it goes on to say, are you sharing your own hopes, passions, dreams, fears? Are they sharing it with you? This goes back. Save the most meaningful issues for your primary relationship partner.
That's hard.
I know. We've talked about that.
That's hard.
That's where people are like, that's where the special comes in.
Well, can I be fair? I've seen a lot of couples where it would almost, well, it goes back to, it would be wasted on them. Because anytime I've seen couples that if he's doing something good or she's doing something good, they're like, oh, they think they're so great because they have this going on and this going on. I'm like, well, then you wonder why they don't want to share anything with you? Because when you say shit like that, like, I'm over here doing nothing. I have nothing. Well, oh, okay. And with men, not to be a dick, you guys don't have a lot of hobbies. Most women don't have hobbies. We become your hobby.
Oh, yeah.
And most men have just tons of shit we're doing.
I had a woman today that I was like, what brings you joy though? Like, what do you do? Literally that question, crying. And I was like, oh, I broke you and we got like 10 minutes. And like, I'm blunt in therapy. So like,
Right.
that's what I said. And she was like, I know. But she's like, I just take interest in the things that he does
Yeah.
to spend time with him. And because like, and it's fun. It's not like she's out there doing shit that she doesn't want to do anyway.
No, but she's
But then
consumed with her family.
he starts
or, yeah.
doing it with his friends, and then she gets left out. And then I was like, "So you need your own?" And she's like, "I don't have my own."
My daughter just called me yesterday about that because she's, mom and a wife.
Yeah,
and
okay, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, I finally found something. She goes, I'm going to a musical. She loves musicals, and she goes, that's going to be my thing. I need a thing because
Yeah.
my boys are old enough that they do their things with their dad,
Yep.
and I'm not doing those things.
No.
And she goes, does
She's
some
at
things.
home, right?
She does some things. What was she doing last night? That was super. They're like extreme boys. So it's like always something
Boy is
crazy.
boy,
yeah, they were doing something.
I'm sure,
It'll come
ice
to me.
fishing or something.
No, it was going to see something just crazy.
Hmm.
Like it wasn't drag racing or monster trucks, but
Yeah,
it was
like
something in
tractor
that
pull
world.
or demo derby
Man,
or something. Yeah.
it was something crazy. But she does that, but she can't do it like the way they do it. You know?
When that's their thing with their dad.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm sure she's welcome.
Oh,
I'm sure
always.
invited.
Yeah.
But it would be nice. She
has her
hasn't
own
had a
thing.
lot of time by herself, I guarantee.
Oh, she
So,
goes
like,
crazy because the boys are old enough now to go hunting for 2 days.
Yeah.
And she goes, Dad, I don't know
Start
what to do.
crocheting, girl. Paint, crochet.
Yeah. I don't know. She's
Get a
figuring it
bike,
out.
get a
She's
gym
figuring it
membership.
out. I know.
It's hard. It's hard. So the last one for the partner with the friendship, it says, be honest about yourself, about your intention with this friendship.
Sometimes you don't even know. I think a lot of people have back burner people. I've seen that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They have people that are just always lurking in the shadows, man.
All the time. That's
Yeah.
what that one guy, he would be friends with me. And I was like, he's respecting my boundaries. Every 6-8 months asking, are you still behaving?
He's waiting for you to trip on his
Are
dick.
you still behaving?
He's waiting for you to trip on
Yes,
his
I'm
dick.
still behaving.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The fact that he's even asking that is super
How's your dude?
disrespectful.
My husband?
The way they refer to your person too.
Huge
You still
help.
seeing that girl? If somebody ever said that
My
to me,
wife?
right? I'd be like,
That's what I say. Oh, my husband, we're good.
I'm so raw right now that I check people
Same.
so horribly. They look at me and they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, I don't fucking care
I'm
anymore.
always gonna do this. I'm like, is my venom leaking?
Right.
Is
Oh, fuck.
my venom showing?
Yeah, fight
I'm
me,
sorry.
fight
I'm
me.
sorry. I didn't mean to. That was probably not intended for you. I don't know where to put it. So it just is.
Or it was
my
100%.
fangs are just leaking. I
Or
don't know.
100% intended.
Jesus.
Stay
But
in your
it
fucking
says,
lane.
When are you getting out of it? Also think hard about whether you're seeking something from your friend that you're not getting from your partner.
Listen, friend to side piece is a fine line.
Very.
Fine line.
And it often, if it's not physical, it often is emotional.
Oh, I read something today. Micro cheating.
What's micro cheating?
Yeah, boys, look up micro cheating. I just saw
I
it.
can only imagine microdosing.
Micro cheating.
Micro cheating.
What's that? That would fall into these.
Uh-huh.
I have a hunch. They're going to look up the definition and tell us, but I have a hunch this kind of behavior, not done well,
Yes.
would be
What says discuss the relationship or what the relationship is lacking from your partner. Acknowledge these problems with your partner, not your friend.
right.
I just love talking to you because you listen to me because so-and-so doesn't.
That's a
listen to
side
me.
piece. That's a side piece. Because
Side piece by definition, though, people think like, well, I'm not sleeping with him.
no, but a side piece, if you think about it, you can say anything you want because you can leave anytime you fucking want.
Well,
You're not
right.
splitting your shit.
No.
You're not getting rid of your dog.
Right.
You're not moving.
Right. You can just break up
That's
with a
that
friend.
fine line. I think most people, because, people are just inherently have such bad behavior that you have to treat yourself almost like a drug addict. You can't be around people using.
I think people just, they're so selfish in nature.
See, but you got to explain that to people because when you say that, they're like, how am I being selfish when I'm just having a conversation? Would you appreciate that done to you?
Well,
Would you
and-
feel comfortable knowing your intentions if somebody was doing that to you? And some people would be like this, I don't give a fuck. Then
well,
find
yeah.
somebody that doesn't give a fuck.
Right. Don't be the night owl that starts dating the early bird. Like
And get mad.
This doesn't work.
And get
This
mad
doesn't work.
that they're waking you up.
No, when I say I think people are just like, it's selfish, they are self-seeking. If I have a partner who checks these need boxes, but these 3 are empty, they'll go get those 3 met somewhere else. Because they're missing something. They're always missing something.
Well, everybody thinks they're not complete.
Everybody thinks that they're not complete and that it's
I think you're more than complete. Actually, I think you have
You got
pieces
extra.
you don't need.
you got extra.
Is that fair?
Yes.
You're
you
like
have
when you
extra.
stand there and you put something together and there's 6 extra pieces and you're like, did I miss something? No.
No, they just gave you extra.
That's a good way to look at it. And people should really understand that you are not missing something. You probably don't know what to do with all the shit you have and it's
No.
overflowing.
And maybe
Take some shit
you're
out.
missing something. Maybe you're not a whole ass human. What? Like,
Whole ass update.
go stop looking for your partner to fill you and your friends to fill you and your side pieces to fill. Like,
Well, it's
Be
because you're
okay.
avoiding what you're
be
really
okay.
trying to feel.
Focus on your own shit.
Put your clothes away. Brush your chicken.
Brush your chicken.
Hey, what's micro cheating mean, boys? They're probably in there talking
I was
about
gonna say, I don't
guitar
even know that they heard
preamps.
us. Do you want me to look it up?
Oh, he's
Oh.
doing it. Oh, we've had. Hold on. It's coming. Maybe, sorta. Not really.
No.
Chicken brushers. They're in there brushing. Did you bring your
Small
chicken?
Kings. I shoulda.
Small King's Chicken Ranch.
Dorothy. I'll just hold Dorothy while we talk
Jeez,
and stroke her little head.
that's my daughter. She loves chickens, man.
You don't have a chicken.
I don't have one. I can't
Does
have
she
one
have a
where
chicken?
she does. My brother has
Yeah.
them right now. They're all black. Like everything's
Oh,
black
like the
on
black.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty. Those are pretty.
Yeah. My brother's like, what the hell is this?
A fancy chicken.
Yeah. He just got some new chickens. Put your, you gotta get a little closer to it, bud. I can barely hear you. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Micro cheating.
I'm going to sneeze.
Oh. Hold on one second. Let her say that real quick. Go ahead. Okay. So micro cheating is small breaches of trust that don't pass into a physical thing.
Yes.
So this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
He's going to give us an example. Oh. So same thing.
That is not micro cheating.
Leaving your Justin just says this example was leaving your wedding ring at home.
I know, that's not your
Or
fault, Justin.
talking to your ex lover. No, that's
Secretly chatting with your
that's cheating.
those are
That's an infidelity.
that's an infidelity.
I don't know what's considered cheating, but that's an infidelity for sure.
Micro cheating to me, because I think of comparatively like micro dosing. It's not enough to get you high, but it's enough to benefit you in
It's
some
enough
way.
to call you a drug addict. Is that fair?
Micro cheating to me is like if you're on Snapchat with a guy friend, right? And like not because you're on Snapchat and being shitty, but like just because that's
Yeah.
how a lot of people communicate now. And you don't ask for a picture of me because that would be weird, but I'm at the flea market and I send you a picture of me at the flea market with my dog.
But you sent it to how many people?
But I send
Just
it to
him?
I send it to just you.
Oh.
And you then tell me, "Oh, the day's gorgeous. You look like you're having fun, blah blah blah." Like in my head, that could be like micro cheating because I didn't do anything inappropriate, but I did it
You didn't need
so
to send
that
that
you
to him.
tell me, "Yeah, for what?"
It's one thing if you put it on your story.
Sure.
But I'll be honest, like Snapchat, I took it off my phone. I won't have it again. I'm done. It probably doesn't help our business, but I don't care. I will say this. Because what do you do when you start, okay, say you're single
Sure.
and you have Snapchat
Sure.
and you're doing Snapchat ass things. Whatever that means for you. I'm just
Means
saying.
a lot of different things to a lot of
I
different
know,
people.
and
is
that's what I'm saying.
learning.
That's why I'm
Right, yeah.
keeping it open. Then you start dating somebody serious. What do you then do with all the relationships that you've kept
Yeah.
on Snapchat and you've nurtured and you've created? Is that fair?
Yeah.
What do you do with that? Most people do not have the discipline
They don't know what to do with it.
to cut it
They
off.
just ignore it.
Right.
My husband and I had that conversation when we got serious.
Yeah.
I was at the time not on Facebook. Like after my divorce, when I was single, I was completely off of Facebook.
Yeah.
We were starting to date and get a little more serious. And I was in a healthier place that I was like getting back on Facebook.
I thought you were going to go.
Welcome back.
I was in a
Right.
healthier place than I am currently. I thought that's what I was like, where the fuck is this
I had
going?
left social media because I didn't want people in my business.
gotcha, yeah.
And so I was back on Facebook. And when I got back on Facebook, he friend requested me because obviously he knew we were having a conversation.
Yeah.
So I go to his Facebook page, brand new friend, and he has like a lot of friends. And I was like, we have to talk. He's like, why? And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I just want to have a like mature conversation. And he was like, okay. And I was like, I'm going to assume I did not dig. I am not sleuthing. But what I would like you to do is go through your friends. Do you even know who you're friends with? And he was like, no clue. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, he's like, do you want me to delete it? And I was like, no. I would like you to be a
You want me to delete all of Facebook? I don't think you have that kind of power, sir.
No. I was like, no, but what I would ask now that we're in like a serious committed relationship is go through your friend list and just look. If you're friends with somebody on Facebook, think of like your exes was the main thing. Think of what your relationship was with them and if it's appropriate or not.
Okay.
Or
'Cause
put the shoe
sometimes it
on the
could
other.
be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you
Or
dated
put the
somebody when you're 17 and you're still friends and you
Sure.
went to their wedding.
Absolutely.
Not
Well, and
that
that's what I was
crazy.
like. If I was still friends with somebody having that relationship previously, like flip it, would it make you uncomfortable if
And
I
this
was
isn't
friends or
hard
no?
lines. This is like,
I was like, you do with it whatever I don't care who you stay friends with and who you don't.
Right.
I'm not going to like check screenshots of these friend lists and this, like, don't care.
yeah.
I'm just asking out of respect for me, pause and think about it, reflect, and whatever decision, I don't care if you delete none of them because you're going to advocate and be like, I did what you said, but like, really, I don't think any of them are an issue.
Okay. You have
Okay.
to trust them in
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Not
I
always
don't know
easy
your
to do.
business.
Yeah.
I didn't know you 8 months ago.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
Right.
You don't know me.
Right.
But yeah, but that was a conversation. And he laughed afterwards and he was like, this is the least crazy conversation I've ever had with a female regarding exes. And I was like, well, you are 30 blank years old. I would assume that you have some.
Yeah.
You have 2 children.
No, though. He got those off of Temu.
Craigslist. Oh, God. All right. So here's the other side. These ones are longer.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right. So for the partner observing the opposite sex friendship,
Yeah.
it says consider whether these friends or whether these friendships that your partner had were before the two of you met or like after the two of you met. Are you the new person or are they the new person?
Or you're both. Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to deal with both.
Yeah, sure.
You know, your husband's going to have a new coworker or a new,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. You know what I mean?
It says these may have been relationships that have been cultivated for quite some time
That's just
and are very important to your partner.
that's a hard one for some people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's super hard.
Yes. I did have a couple really good friends in high school that if things worked out different, I would have advocated for those friendships.
Yeah.
I could see a world in which I do.
Yeah.
They're actually just no longer alive.
They're
Dark- it's
they're
not-
unlived.
It's not Dark Tuesday, but like if they were still here, absolutely those would be people that I would be like,
Right.
these were very close people to me.
Okay.
If they're new though, what's your feeling on that?
I don't.
You wouldn't engage in the first place?
Oh, now? No. No, I don't need any new friends. Especially women. No. I don't need any new women friends in my life.
So
It will
Sheldon of you.
only complicate my life into further down the road. That'd be like saying I'm going to put a new window in with an axe in my house. No.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. There's nothing that's going to literally benefit my life from it. Now, years ago, I could have argued that and be like, I can do what I want. I'm a free spirit because I'm around a lot of free-spirited humans
Sure.
my whole life. So everything's real crazy. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm not cool. And I honestly, it has hindered my life more than helped my life. Because at the end of the day, none of those fucking broads are going to help me move my house. None of those broads are going to come let my dogs out. No, they're not really friends. If your friend doesn't know how to get into your house to let your dog out, she's not your fucking friend.
That's fair.
And I had to learn that. Okay? I have acquaintances, but they can come and go, and I don't wish them ill. But at the end of the day, they
Not worth
know
your
that if they don't hear
marriage.
from me, I'm seeing somebody and it's super disrespectful.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as it is.
Yeah.
So I've learned that, and I will not undo that ever. I am done. No, I do not need any. Listen, if I have a coworker or something like that, then I'm going to be like, hey, if I'm dating somebody, I'm going to go, this is my girl. And they're going to automatically assume that when you get me and her.
Yeah.
It's
right.
always like, it's like me and those guys. You
Right.
know, if I'm working, those dudes are probably somewhere close near me working. It's like we've been since I was 20 years old, you
Right.
know?
Well, I guess it's hard for me to like immediately I like go to like a situation, right?
Yeah.
So
Of course.
if your guy friend, if our short kings had a boat,
The shortest of kings.
shortest of kings, the kingest of short men,
Yes.
they have a boat and it's summertime. If they invited you and you brought Susie,
Yeah.
they wouldn't bat an eye unless they were like, hey, boys thing, leave her at home. I don't know that would ever
I
happen
don't do
with them,
that shit.
but like, yeah, sure.
I don't do that shit. I do not do that
Right.
shit.
So she's coming, obviously. They wouldn't bat an eye.
No, if I'm inviting you, I'm inviting your husband.
Right. I usually just am like, what about the kids though? Usually
that's-
that's
I
where
could
I'm
say
like, there's
that-
5 of them.
Right, and that's different. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
I'm saying like,
Me and him.
and listen, this is all to taste. If you all operate separate places, like my husband doesn't go nowhere. I've tattooed ladies like my husband won't go nowhere. His ass stays home, and I go and do things. That works for y'all.
Sure.
But for me personally, I just know. Nope. But I don't do shit like I'm such a weirdo anyways. People
Yeah.
quit even asking me to do shit.
Right.
You know?
I get weird about it because my husband is somebody who's a pretty big homebody.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's not invited, I feel some type of way. Usually because girls are weirder about that than guys are. Girls' night, we're going out, and I'll be like, if I have to say our spouse is coming, immediately I'm kind of bristled just a little bit. Because the reality is, first of all, your guys' husbands are the only ones I can talk to when you guys are all sloshed in the first place. Like, we need somebody's husband to come home and drive y'all home.
For sure.
But second of all, he's probably doesn't want to come anyway. But now I have to go to him and say, I'm going out on Saturday night with the girls. Is that okay? Instead of, hey, do you want to come? Like, I know it's not
Yeah.
really your thing, but like, it just feels...
Well,
Feels
it
different.
depends on this. That's all case by case
Yeah,
scenario.
sure.
But inherently, no, I don't. But here's the thing: we shouldn't be afraid of making new friends because what you only get what you get till you meet your person. You
No
have
more.
to collect
No
all your
more
rocks.
after
You
that.
get no more rocks after that.
No more rocks.
And that's when you say it like that. It's preposterous.
That sounds absurd.
Okay. Well, it is.
sounds
It is. So listen. It just depends on your situation. If you feel threatened by it, you could, dude. Listen. Because I had to step outside of my fucking brain for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel some sort of way about somebody that's around me, I'm gonna if I'm sharing an intimate relationship with you and you feel a certain way about somebody, I'm gonna talk to you about it now. I'm not gonna instantly get offended because before I would just instantly be like,
No, why?
First off, like,
Stop
I
being
don't fucking
dramatic or
care.
whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
right, yes, sure.
and I don't want to do that to anybody ever again because that's shitty.
But at this point, I would like to pause and be like, what is it that, and like some of these go into this, but like, what is it that you see? Maybe you see something I don't see.
Well, you should trust the person you're having unprotected
Sure.
sex with too.
Yes,
To go,
like-
if they say we should go to dinner with this person, we should invite this person over. Yeah, it's probably shouldn't be a bad thing because you trust them with your children, your car, your dog,
Sure.
your house, your
Sure.
livelihood. So I mean, like, let's be honest. It's weird what we pick and choose. Like, oh, I can't fucking trust you for that.
No, I had a coworker. So since post marriage, or maybe I was engaged. No, I was married. And I had a male coworker who was hilarious. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we got along really well. And I would come home and I would talk about him along with the rest of my coworkers. And my husband did. He was like, man, he's like, I'm embarrassed to tell it. But like every time you say his name, I like
Oh,
shiver
really?
a little. He's like, I think I'm jealous just because he gets a lot of your time that I don't get because you're at work and I'm at work and we have kids and whatever. And like,
I'm
he's
the
like,
worst person because I literally am so oblivious to certain things. Like I can tell some dude's being fucking inappropriate, but I've been very lucky, dude. That honestly, I don't really pick girls that are just doing stupid shit to me. I mean, I can't say I haven't. Lord knows. But I honestly, even when they did stupid shit, I was just like, yeah, but you're dope at like 90% of stuff. So it's like, dude, it's all case by case. So
Well, yeah,
don't
when-
ever think that this is like drawing lines in the
Set in
sand because
cement, right.
if you say that your mate can't ever make a new friend,
that's shitty.
that goes into another
unhealthy as
list I
hell.
looked at this morning of how do you know you're in a controlling relationship? And it's called alienation. And that's number one on every list that I looked at this morning is if they alienate you from other people.
Huge.
So
huge. I've been
that's
alienated
that
before.
controlling thing.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need any new friends? I don't personally. I'm not, but I don't work in a business that's even really a thing.
It's not a possibility. Yeah.
So as far as being friends with me, listen, I have enough friends. But if I meet somebody in the business or I meet somebody that's
cool.
but that's different.
That like makes sense. You have to
different.
network for your job.
Dude, I don't
You
even have enough
to network.
bandwidth
Like,
to
yeah.
have another friend right now.
No. All right. Well, number two
you, Michael.
says consider that you may be projecting your own insecurities and preconceived notions onto your partner.
Yeah, with everything.
It says in and of itself, men and women can successfully become close friends. Like that,
Why can't they?
that's facts.
Yeah, you've heard people go, there's
no
nobody
way men
that's a
and women
guy.
can be
If a
friends,
guy's
right, yeah.
trying to the girl, he's trying to fuck her.
Right. No
Maybe.
guy does nice things without sex. Okay.
It's not true.
But it says there is no one right way to do that type of relationship. It can work
It does.
all the time. But there's a lot of, if I will say this is not black and white or like set in concrete, but this is kind of hitting the nail on the head. Like if you don't do these things, this is how this goes south.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. You're inviting the vampire in your house.
Yep.
That's as simple as that. And, and some of it comes from, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do it out of spite. If you tell me to not do it, I'm just going to go fucking do it.
I used to be that way.
I always say this, invite that motherfucker over.
That's
'Cause
how
I've-
I get. That's how
I've had people
I'm
go,
like, have her over.
she's got friends that are
cook.
guys.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go up and shake hands with them. I'm not going to, I know guys are like, I don't even talk to that motherfucker. I was like, I'm going to shake hands
No.
with you and look you right in the eye and
Look
know
you in
that
the
I am
eye.
on the other end of this.
I'm going to have you sit on my couch and I'm going to cook and I'm going to bring you a glass of wine and we're going to talk.
I'm not doing all that, but yeah.
That's what girls do.
Yeah, well, I'm not a girl.
That's what girls do.
I don't know if you noticed.
And then my husband or my partner or whoever I'm with at the time is like, I can't tell if you're being like bitchier
Good.
or nicer. And I'm
Good.
like,
Yeah.
I like to keep people on their toes.
Me too.
You
Me
don't
either.
know.
You should say
what
this.
my-
Me either. I don't know either.
I don't know how I feel either. That's why I invited her over.
We'll see how the night goes.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. So this one says, recognize that your partner cannot be everything for you and you cannot be everything for your partner.
Say that again for the people in the back, Kelly.
You can't be their only one. The only one that they initiate, like engage
hard.
with, talk to, whatever. You
And that
can't
goes
check
back
all
to
their
childhood
boxes.
trauma. That
They
goes
can't
back
check
to all
of
that
yours.
shit, right?
Yep.
That
Yep.
all stems back to that shit.
Well, and number 4 is recognize the source of your feelings of jealousy and insecurity. Chances are, if you are feeling some type of way about a friend, it's because it's poking old buttons.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to you yet.
Or you don't even know 'em.
There's no there's
The sheer
no
existence of 'em
justification.
makes you freaked out.
There is no justification. This is old shit.
Yeah.
This is triggering. It says your partner's behaviors could be triggering old feelings that you have.
Yeah.
This is a you issue. Now, this only works if your partner is also already doing the things that we previously mentioned.
Yeah.
Setting boundaries, being aware.
But you can't wait for one to do it and the other one, like you have to do your own.
No, I guess here's where I get like to the like I don't give a shit phase, which
Yeah.
sounds unhealthy, but like they're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless.
Always. I don't care if they agree. I won't do
No.
that. I won't do that. I won't do
No,
that.
he or the bigger, they would never do that. I'm asking you about your friend, and you are speaking for this third party individual. He would never do that. You don't have to worry about him. He would never be inappropriate with me. She would never say anything inappropriate
Don't oversell it.
until she does.
Don't oversell
Like,
it.
come on.
I-
Is she going to say, I want to blank, blank, blank via text? Probably not. Probably not how she's going to lead anyway.
You'd be surprised.
I know.
You'd fucking
We've
be
We've
surprised.
seen it. Okay. Recognize that you've created a script about how your partner should behave. Ooh. That's gross.
Well, I heard
That
a
one's
beautiful thing
icky.
this week. It says silent expectations become future resentments.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
a whole? I was like, woohoo!
Yeah.
I gotta send
That's
this
as serious as you could say it. That's what they were talking about right there.
Man, Yes.
Gross.
You already
You're
have a
fucked.
thing.
Just punch him in the face.
And like I said, the Facebook thing was one of my like proud, mature adult
Yeah.
things that I was like, you know what? I don't get to set the expectations.
No,
I don't get to write your script.
it's hard.
I'm going to help you identify the fact that like, hey, this could
Blow up in your
go
face.
somewhere. Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to pause now.
Most
I wanna
people don't have that kind of
pause
patience,
Than
though,
to give it a
Kelly.
heartbeat. Like,
They don't have that kind of patience.
well, be better.
Play the
people.
long game.
Be better.
Are you playing a long game or a short game?
Well,
Short game is wreaking havoc.
Short.
That is a short
game is, I just got on Facebook and you have 312 friends that are girls. How many of these people did you sleep with?
Yeah.
Woo!
Not enough. That's how I'd answer it. Just like an asshole. Not enough.
But doesn't that hit
Number's
a
still
lot,
moving. No,
a
but that's
lot
crazy
different
too.
than
You know what? So there's an interesting conversation. I know we don't have a whole lot of time today, but I've had girls in the past, like, but you know, that girl did you sleep with? I go, do you think I can't sleep with someone new? Not to wreck your brain more, but like, do you think I can only go backwards? How did you get here? I know that's crazy.
I'm pretty good at pulling tail. Case in point.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
it's weird because you like,
Oh, no. I don't play the numbers game.
I don't care.
I don't like I don't want to know. I have so many people on my caseload that are like, I want to know because I just found out that he slept with her and now I want to know who else he slept with. And I'm
Okay,
like,
can I ask
"Ew."
a question?
No, you don't.
How about you get a dick fax before you buy the car? If it's so fucking important to you, how about you? But listen, now if he's not being honest about it, but don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I don't want the answer to that question.
And if it's so important, why didn't you ask that in the beginning?
Before you slept with him, why didn't you say, how many people have you been with?
I've never
don't
asked anyone
I
that.
don't ask that question.
I
Do you
ask
know what I
small things.
ask? I was like, when was the last time you got checked out?
Yeah,
That is a normal question.
could be.
When was the last time you got
Should
checked?
be.
Have you slept with anybody since your
Right.
last appointment?
I'm going to
Those-
show you a picture of my family. Is there anyone in here that you've been inside? Or has been
Correct.
inside you?
Could you do me a favor? These are my two friends. Have you slept with either one of these two
or
people?
both of them?
Either one. And here's my one stepsister. Look familiar? No?
Good. Good.
How about my brothers? I have three brothers. Anybody, any overlapping here? Oh, God. Oh, we're
Brutal.
almost at the end.
We are.
There's only two more. Recognize that your partner may actually be doing you a favor by inadvertently pointing out your triggers. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I love
Could you
how
imagine
this
if
is
somebody
like-
goes, they just did you a favor. They pointed out what irritates you.
Right.
I've never heard anyone say that ever to someone with
I've said
success.
it.
I know you have. I
I've
said with
said it.
success.
I get paid a lot of money to do so.
I did say, you know what? I take that back because I said it to a girl. I said that girl that your guy was cheating on you with probably saved your marriage.
That's true. Oh, that's right. I said that to a friend of mine yesterday.
Yeah, jeez.
Because facts. Because she was like, I can't believe that she did this too. And I was like, woo, that's some
Here we are.
errored thinking. What
Here-
is
here
that?
we are.
You fabricated a text message that said what now?
Yeah.
You might want to just delete it and say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the receipt so that I can make an informed decision.
Or let it go.
Or let it go. Because now you know what you're dealing with.
Well, then it becomes a war.
No. Oh yeah. I'm not going to fight over him. You are.
You already
like
are.
actively
I like that.
in battle.
Gross.
But this is just
You
assuming.
fuck her, you feed her. That's the rule.
Listen, that's true. This is assuming that people want or are open to positive, constructive feedback. If I had damage, and I have had damage, that I have been the woman that's like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's
Yeah.
icky. But then I am also in therapy. Every therapist is. That I then go to my therapist and be like, we have a button that I didn't know was active anymore.
Yeah.
I thought I managed it, but I'll say, why is this girl like
Yeah.
irking my nerves so bad?
And they'll walk you
Usually
through
it has nothing to do with my husband so much as like, well, sweetie, we've been talking for the last couple weeks about this and this and this. You're not in the best headspace anyway.
You're failing.
Are you looking for an out?
Yeah.
Last one, you ready?
Yeah.
It says if you make an issue of your partner having relationships with the opposite sex, then be prepared for those accusations to trigger your partner's own story and script, which is actually negative.
What?
I know.
That
hold
last
on.
one sucks. Hey, give us one quick pause. You can talk about this. Give me 1 second.
Sure. I'm just trying to reread that. Sometimes it's. Why can't they just make sentences simpler so that we can read out loud better? Okay. If you make an issue of your partner having a relationship with the opposite sex, then Be prepared for those accusations to trigger your partner's own story and script, which is usually negative. Oh, okay. So this is saying, like we were just talking about, your own triggers are probably causing the issue, right? And now it's saying if you have the balls to look it up and accuse your partner, you might trigger them on accident. Maybe they've been cheated on. Maybe they thought that they were doing the really right thing and they are practicing these first couple 1 through 5. No, I had the conversation with her. I told her how much I love you. I'm not letting, like, we're not touching, we're not feeling, we're not texting late at night. I'm not answering her calls. I'm doing all of these things. And if your triggers and your insecurities are allowing them to get to you, you might then flip it. And they're like, well, I was doing the right thing anyway, and you're still being a bitch. You still don't trust me. And then it makes it messy. So lastly, while we're waiting for Thomas, it says, make sure that there is some gray. It's not just black and white. So it says pitfalls of strict demands. The bottom line is that you need to take responsibility for your own feelings and beliefs, that somehow you'll be happy if your partner acts a certain way. So it says, oh, he's back. We're down to the strict demands, Thomas. No black and white.
Strict demands.
Strict demands. I will be happy when you stop seeing these men or women.
Oh, you will?
When you're done being friends with all these bitches, I'll be happy now. That's so gross.
Do you think that works?
No, it never works.
Never?
Do you know? No, I would say I've never seen that work. What happens? You want to know what happens?
Yep.
You stop having friends. You're now home all the time. You get depressed, bitter, lonely.
And you probably have some resentment because she told you what to do.
Yes.
Or he told
I'll
you what
only
to
be
do.
happy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it.
Wait, yeah, no. The next one is I will only be happy when you need only me.
I love
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, that is the grossest statement on this website.
I love it.
And obviously they're identifying it as such, but I'll only be happy if you only need me.
I love that.
That is unhealthy as
I want that. Take me
gross.
there.
Last one. I will be happy when you sacrifice.
Oh, shit.
I will be happy when you, it's actually just misworded. I will be happy when you sacrifice your own needs for me.
Well, that's very common.
It is.
That's
super
not just in
common.
this situation.
No, all the time.
People will set up
I want you
scenarios
to
that
give
you
it-
have to prove that you'll do something that their mom or dad wouldn't do for them, or a previous lover or whatever.
Yeah, right. That's how they feel special.
How come it's always the same 3 fucking things?
What do you mean?
It's always the same thing. You have to prove that I'm super important to you or I won't be happy. You have to give up something you love or you enjoy or I won't be happy. And it's like just to prove. Will you be uncomfortable
For me,
for me? You do it just for me.
Mm-hmm. will you stand in the rain?
Okay. Now listen, if you're being friends with somebody and it's inappropriate, have an adult conversation about it and talk to
Absolutely.
each other. And don't expect immediate results because listen, even though you think that that person shouldn't mean anything to them, it's hard to say something to somebody in line with you at Kroger's. You know what I mean? It's hard to be like, hey, I'm trying to move through. Most people have a hard time doing that,
Yes.
let alone somebody that they've shared intimate things with or they haven't shared it, that they've been friendly with or they work with. Imagine telling somebody at work like, hey, I can't be friends with you.
What? No.
I mean, I do
just-
it all the time, but I just,
And
I hate those guys.
realistically, ladies, gentlemen, if I told my husband, I want you to quit being friends with this coworker that you have because it makes me uncomfortable. If he goes to her and is like, hey, my wife says we can't be friends anymore because it bothers her.
No. You can't tell her that it was your idea.
I know, but that's
And
what
don't tell her
there-
I said it.
There are some women there are some humans that all you did is like put blood in the water.
They're like this. Oh, that bitch.
Oh, your relationship isn't as good as you said it was.
I'm a threat to her.
I'm a threat.
I'll prove I'm a threat.
Right. Hold my beer.
Gross.
What? But there
Gross.
are people out there like
A lot
that.
more than not. Some people
Yes.
just don't want to see somebody else have something nice.
No.
I'm a strong personality in a lot of ways. Not in all ways, but in a lot of ways that people just know that I'm not the one. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, guy, no, you're not going to do that shit. But most people,
Yeah.
come on, man. But listen, you got to be respectful in a way. And if you wouldn't appreciate it done to you or done to your child,
Correct.
Just fucking be nice. But listen, most people enjoy having carefree conversation with somebody that doesn't truly matter.
Well, that they don't have to sleep next to that night. They
don't-
can just vent and talk to and whatever. And guess what? I'm going to see you tomorrow, but I don't have to answer to you.
No, I don't have to go to
be
your mama's
mindful
house
of your
on
feelings.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I can just vent about work and how bullshit it is. And then we can laugh about the TikTok that I saw that you
Right.
sent me that I saw. Like,
It's carefree.
yes, it doesn't matter.
It is. It's carefree. And it's like being invested into a TV show.
Yeah.
You know, like you just,
It doesn't really affect you at all.
and some people are friends with people because their lives are train wrecks.
Well, that's what I was going to
Is that
say.
fair?
Because the other thing I thought of when you were like, it can't happen overnight. If they're ending a friendship based on this website, they might be ending a friendship because it means more to the other person than it does to them.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but they're trying to respect your boundaries and their boundaries and the other person's. And who wants to just be like, by the way, I know that you like me, or like I mean a lot to you, or I'm your only friend, but I can't do that.
That would be, yeah.
That's so mean. That's
It's hard for people to be mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the other person who didn't do anything. You got into a relationship and you're now backpedaling your boundaries. That man or woman didn't
Do anything.
do
to deserve
anything.
that.
No, you are setting boundaries. So you don't have to be mean about it.
It's hard.
How fucked up is that?
It's really hard.
I know I talk to you every single day
Every
because
day.
I didn't have anybody and you didn't have anybody. And so now we're friends, but now I'm in a relationship and it's making people uncomfortable. So like, I can't talk to you anymore. That's super hurtful. Even if you're not being mean,
Yeah. So I get
be
it.
better people.
It's hard, but you have to understand that. Like all the things you do when you're single come back to bear fruit one day.
Yes.
So understand that. So like when you have to make sure that the friendships you do have can withstand a relationship, or are they really friendships?
Or are they single friendships? Sometimes people serve a purpose at different stages in your life.
Ooh, people don't want to hear that.
That's okay. I outgrew you.
Or not even agree you.
I
it's-
shifted. I'm in a different point. Like, there's
Yeah.
lots of different ways that you can say that. But there are a lot of people that I was best friends with when I was 20.
No.
I'm not anymore.
I still am.
There's a couple people.
You need to get you some short kings.
Hey, hey boys.
You're right.
I need new friends. Nope, I
Right.
can't. They're men.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can't.
Yeah, you don't want to. Mike's already shared. We read his. We forgot to share that today.
I haven't.
It's too late.
I didn't read his. They didn't show it to me.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Oh,
I
we
didn't
need to
ask.
print them out.
I wasn't sure.
We need to print them out.
Are we gonna print them out and like hang them?
Yeah, we'll go over like a PowerPoint.
I feel some type of way about being the only girl that's gonna be swapping. No.
Jesus.
No.
We should have Mindy come back on and do hers.
I'll send it to her.
Okay.
I'll send it to
we'll
her,
have her on.
and have her. I'll say I want you to take
And we'll
this,
all be
and
all
then I want you to
transparent.
come
You
back
guys
on.
can't take them again, though.
Yep. What you get, what you have is what you got.
You get what you get, and you
Okay.
don't throw a fit. Everybody be nicer. If you're going through this, be gentle with each other about talking about it, because it inherently, as people are, they don't like being told what to do. Unless you're in some weird kink, not a weird kink, a kink that you're into that. But inherently, somebody doesn't want to be told, because you're kind of also what they're kind of hearing is, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
And even when you
or I
like,
don't trust, or you. I don't trust
Oh,
her.
yeah, that's where I was going.
I don't trust her.
Yeah, it's not that I
I
don't
don't
trust
trust
you.
him.
And it's like, well, okay. There's got to be a better way to walk through this, because what we've been seeing is very unhealthy and very kind of gross.
No, I have people on my caseload who are now divorced
Yeah.
because of friends, or separated and moving out
Yeah.
because of friends.
Familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
Because
fun.
of something that partner A, has so deeply embedded in their head that there is nothing partner B can do about it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That sucks.
It sucks. It does suck.
That sucks.
So, and before you get to that point, please heed my warning.
Right.
Be
If you're
gentle with each
dating,
other. Be
that's-
gentle with each other. No, but you have to. Okay, everybody thinks once we start dating, the stars fucking align and all this crazy shit. You have to understand what you currently do will come to roost again.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, if you're on Tinder, if you're on Bumble, if you're looking for a relationship, I hope, and if you have not already, look at your current situation and your past to say, like,
Would it
is
be
there
acceptable?
things?
Would it
are
be
there-
acceptable?
Are there things that I need to clean up?
And there are things you're
before?
allowed to do when you're single that you're not allowed to do when you're dating someone. But how much of that you can only
You're on
do
a
so
dating
much
site,
shit.
You shouldn't be doing this
Ready?
anyway.
You can only do so much shit off season and be allowed to still play in the NBA. Is that fair?
It's because you had your basketball.
I do.
shirt on.
I do.
Your basketball
Thanks for
season.
yes. That's all I've been doing all winter is playing basketball.
Just playing basketball.
So me and the guys. I only play with them though.
Oh, are you being serious?
Yeah, I only play with Justin and Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
because of their short
Stop
game
it.
status.
He dunks.
Which one?
Both of them do. They help each other. They like. All right, you guys have a great day.